Welcome back to Checkmate with Victor, where we don't just play chess, we dismantle ideas. Today's opponent is a 1900 rated player. I was paired with him on chess and I played the Ruy Lopez classical variation. This game shows what happens when you understand structure, you understand timing, and you understand how to punish early mistakes with precision. Let's get into the game. We I kicked off with e4. He responded with e5, knight f3, knight to c6, bishop to b5, and bishop to c5, which is the classic Ruy Lopez opening. So I quickly castle there. Black responds with that b5 move, bishop to c5 move looks natural, but it's actually a bit too ambitious because it blocks his c pawn and leaves his center shaky. I already know I'm going to test that weak spot very soon, so I castled early, and it's always good to castle early and secure your king in the Ruy Lopez opening. So he plays d6, trying to solidify his position. Then comes bishop to g4, which he played next after my c3 moves. So he played bishop to g4, trying to pin my knight and create pressure. But that bishop is gonna regret leaving his home real soon, because after d4, which I plan to play after I played that c3 move, it was ex d4 and cx d4 and then bishop x d4, which was very wrong because he should have just retreated. He should have just retreated with the bishop and let the game go on, because if he retreated with the bishop, I'm going to push, and then he's going to come here and his knight is going to fall for free. So that was why he didn't want to do it that way. So I see why he captured with his bishop. So he captured with bishop and I captured back with my queen, knowing fully well that his knight can't capture back because his knight is pinned to my white square bishop. He's pinned with my white square bishop. So yeah, he took on my trading his knight for my knight, his bishop for my knight, thinking he's winning my pawn structure. But guess what? He just opened my g5. He just opened that g5, and if the game goes on, it doesn't make any blunders. At the end, I'm gonna place my rook on that g5. So my bishop pair is ready to punish him too. So I played gx f3, and here comes a6. I took on the c6 with a check, and in this game, this take ends it all. He ends it all because after he recaptures here, he loses that pawn on that pawn on g7. The computer is recommending king to h3, but no, I prefer this because I'm attacking his rook here, and the only way for him to save his rook is to exchange queens, and that will lead to an endgame with white being way ahead. Look at this. White has two minor pieces and two rooks, and they have white and black has same amount of pawns, 6 pawns each, but white is up a full piece. So this is just 10 moves and it's game over here right on the spot. After this bishop takes it's over, and he resigned. That's how fast things can go wrong if you mess around in the Ruy Lopez. Don't touch that bishop too early. Don't get greedy, and respect your opponent's development. This wasn't luck. It was all about principles. Control the center, castle early, and punish overextension. Thanks for watching Checkmate with Victor. Hit like, drop your favorite opening in the comments, subscribe to the channel if you want more sharp and explosive breakdowns like this. Remember, control the board, command the game. Checkmate with Victor. Bye.